Hello, this is Rose Cottage and that's my old pal Simba the Chihuahua. When I moved in here 12 months ago, I decided to make the front garden a formal parterre. In the process of clearing out the ground, I discovered this old stone trough. So I cleaned it up and I thought I could make a feature of this. Simba was always there to lend a hand, of course. I cleared the soil away and the vegetation, but it was a massive lump of stone. And I was concerned about how I would move it without hurting myself. So I decided to use a series of levers and tracks. Eventually I got the trough onto its side and then I put it on the tracks, but it was too heavy to move. So I used some old pieces of wood, some sticks I'd cut from a conifer tree as wheels, and probably a little bit like they move Stonehenge, I simply pushed it along the tracks on wheels. It's surprising how much lighter it was when it was on these wheels, and I easily managed to move it along the tracks into its new location next to the side door at Rose Cottage, and there's the wheels underneath it, and into position it goes. Now I've decided to make a feature of this using some old sempervivums, some common house leeks which I had in this little pot for 15 years. I wanted to put them in a bed of gravel, but I didn't want to plant them directly into the gravel. So I bought 10 little pots, and you can see the pots in this little box at the side. There they are. I'm putting one in. And you can buy these, by the way. There's a link in the description box below this video. It was very, very root bound, and it took me a while to separate all the common house leeks. There were two different types. One of them's got like a spider's web on top, and that's called sempervivum arachnoideum. Look how lovely they fit into these cute little pots. The compost I used was a mixture of potting compost and grit 50-50, because these plants like good drainage around their roots. And look at that, how nice it looks with that gravel as a background. Then I decided to offer up the other pots just to space them out and see how they'd look when they were fully planted up. It was quite a difficult job separating all the sempervivums because it was very root bound and all the roots were slightly entangled. But look at this one. They call these hens and chicks, and you can see why, because the way they propagate is they send out little babies from the side, and the middle one's the hen. Of course, the little babies are the chicks. And here I am planting them up, slowly but surely, and in the fullness of time I had 10 lovely house leeks in a bed of gravel, and they do look lovely. And these will now propagate and spread, and you can see there's the arachnoideum with the spider's web on top, and the other is the common house leek. And that's my stone trough Alpine Garden. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Do subscribe and hit the notifications bell for more gardening adventures. In the very near future, I've got another similar project coming up because I found a couple of old Belfast sinks in the far corner of my garden, and I'll be turning them probably into some kind of herb garden. I'm not decided yet. But subscribe, and I'll see you soon for some more gardening adventures. Bye for now.